situation still has leaving many people with questions like, how was Glantz pronounced dead in the first place? Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson is digging deeper into the process of declaring someone dead. Mackenzie?
That's right, Rod. Glantz was not a patient of Horizon-Hospice, but tonight we're getting some clarification from their nurses on what a death pronunciation looks like. They say death can look very different for everyone, and often it can be a long process.
Some patients just close their eyes and go to sleep. Some people, it's a process.
Robin Davenport has been a hospice nurse for some time now. She says each person dies in a unique way, which is why Horizon-Hospice has a set protocol to follow when somebody appears to be dead. They check the patient for any signs of breathing. Then they'll listen for a pulse for a full minute, and they will also check their pupils for a response to light.
When all of that has ceased, then we will pronounce their time of death.
Sometimes patients can take a long time between breaths and their heartbeat can feel slow or very faint. The funeral home employee who noticed Constance-Glantz was still alive heard something called agonal breathing. Davenport says that isn't uncommon in hospice patients.
Agonal breathing is just an end-of-life type of breathing. What happens is there is pauses. They can take deep breaths. They can do some gasping.
The procedure after a death varies by county.
So in Lancaster County, the rules are once we get called out to a death and we've pronounced the patient, we call the Lancaster County Sheriff and they act as the coroner. So a deputy will come out. We give them the information. They do an assessment of the body as well.
In other counties, a deputy might not be the one to act as the coroner. In Nebraska, you must be at minimum a nurse to make the pronunciation. No one else is required to be in the room at the time. If a hospice patient is in a long-term care facility and has been seen by a doctor within a week of their death, a coroner does not have to confirm their death. Reporting in Waverly, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. Let's talk about weather now. Here's a look outside with our multi-camera system across Lincoln. It was a warm, humid day, but the sun wasn't shining much. Some areas saw some thunderstorms today. Are there any more in the forecast? That's the question, Rusty.
In the forecast, yes. For the near term, no. We're done. The thunderstorms have pushed off to the east, and now we're left with a lot of clear skies out there. It's unfortunate. We could have used some of that rainfall today that fell mainly over areas east of us, but we'll try next time. We've got clear sky out there, and it's a quiet evening, and we are continuing to see a quiet evening for the foreseeable future. Hang on, I gotta figure out my clicker. There we go. We've got 48th and Cornhusker Highway fired up. A quiet night out there. Temperatures are in the 60s and 50s, more 50s to the north and west. Still the middle and upper 60s in southeast Nebraska, so still a little warm out there. The wind speed is out of the north, barely there though, 5, maybe 10 miles per hour, and it's a pretty quiet night. Now as we head through the next 24 hours, temperature is going to warm up on us. We'll start in the middle 50s tomorrow morning, 60s by 9 a.m. By noon, I think we'll be in the upper 70s to around 80, and then I think we'll top out right around 87, 88 degrees, maybe some 90s in some spots. The wind, not too bad, around 10 to 20 miles per hour, but I think they'll gust to around 25 miles per hour by tomorrow afternoon. We are going to see, like I said, just small chances for thunderstorms in the forecast. I'll show you when and where in a few.
Thank you, Rusty. Seward County deputies found more than just meth during a drug bust. They made a traffic stop on I-80 near Pleasantdale. They say inside the SUV, 62 pounds of meth and a 5-year-old. The drugs are worth more than $2 million. The driver there on the left, Maria Diaz, from Illinois, is facing drug charges and intentional child abuse. New at 10, several mountain lion sightings reported in southwest Nebraska. The County-Sheriffs-Office said an adult mountain lion with cubs has been seen roaming on the northwest part of the town of Beaver City. It's urging residents to keep pets and children